Who you slapping right now that's young and new and up and coming that's in your whip right now?
I got, what's the name? In New York, was it Chef G?
Chef G.
And what about the female rappers?
The female rappers, I just want somebody that is not trying to sell some box.
You ain't lying.
One more. I think this might be damaging female culture.
What do you think about sexy?
Serious.
No, serious. Let's talk about it. Because what do you think about Sexy Red's new lip gloss line called Gonorrhea? Nut. I mean, it's wild out here.
She must have convinced them to put gonorrhea on it.
I mean, it's wild out here.
Look at what you just said, bro.
Gonorrhea and Ultimas.
I got that new gonorrhea.
What's going on, y'all? It's Coffee. Back at it with an update, man. And Sexy Red is just nasty. Deadass, man. Like 50 Cent. That's dope that he's speaking up on this. You heard him. Like, it's just bad for the female MC and just the image and the culture of female rappers. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with a female MC, like how Lil' Kim did, flaunting her sexuality a bit at times. She got over the top with it or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they can all do whatever they want or whatever. Some female rappers is like, yo, I want to be more about my bars, my mic skills, like being an MC for real, you know? It is what it is. This is a debate that's gone on with female rappers for the longest time. Billy Joel voice, you heard, but Fifth is talking about, yeah, I need a female rapper to blow up that ain't out here trying to sell the box. You know what I mean? Because that's how over the top and ludicrous and just downright nasty Sexy Red is on. You heard what he was talking about with the lip gloss. Look at this ish, y'all. Like, he wasn't playing. This is fucking disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a super proper individual or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Fucking around, just a chick being on some freak-ish or whatever. You know, they, like, females, do what you do what you want. You know what I mean? I ain't out here trying to be a hater, but this is just ratchet and nasty. Coochie juice, bootylicious brown. Come on, that's nasty, right? But it gets way worse. Nut. Are you kidding me? Pussy hole pink. Yellow discharge. That is so gross, I don't even want to fix my mouth to say it. Ugh, you know what I mean? That's disgusting. What's this next one? Gonorrhea, blue balls, and sex on my period. Like, this is just her saying, hey, I'm nothing more than a nasty ass bitch that's a freak-aholic meme. I'm a meme rapper, but as a freak, and not even just like a fun freak, like just a nasty freak type ish. You know what I'm saying? It's just crossing a line, and I feel what Fifth is saying. You know, like, females done came too far to have Sexy Red out here just over the top hoism like that. You know what I mean? And then not to mention the influence on the youth and all that. Like, come on, Sexy Red, get it together. You know what I mean? Have your fun and all that, but this is just too much. Comment and let me know if y'all agree or not. Females, dudes, everyone. I'm intrigued to hear about this debate, but that's what I'm saying. Fifth is like, yo, we ain't talking about a chick being a sexual being on the mic. We're talking about she straight up like trying to sell pussy. She trying to sell the box through her music, and that's just like, stop it. Cut it out.
Oh, Al, it's 57 degrees in Mary Jane Falls, Nevada? That's right. And then I heard it was going to be 56 degrees in Stoner, Colorado. That's right. But my favorite is when it's nice, hot, and misty outside, 84 degrees in Blunt, South Dakota. Sliding on down to this area right here, above the average highs. 70 degrees in Roach, Missouri. You understand me? And over here, you know, we stay lucky in Kentucky. It's going to be 60 as we blaze in Blaze, Kentucky. You did?
Man, that was funny right there. I remember a few years back seeing Jeezy the Snowman do the weather, probably in ATL, right? But this was just classic right here, Snoop Dogg, man. I didn't know there was that many places that had weed or weed-related names, Blunt and Blazers and just all this extra ish, man. Like that was pretty lit. Pretty funny, you know what I'm saying? The Weatherman was really getting a kick out of it as well, man. Snoop Dogg done did everything. That's why I always say he's the most famous rapper globally. I say this all the time, right? Even if individuals don't know about rap, right? A grandma in Europe that don't even listen to rap, she knows who Snoop Dogg is. Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? He out here collaborating with Martha Stewart, ICP, doing the weather. The list goes on and on. But this was funny. This was lit. I got a kick out of it.
Selling
Try
millions
to
of
learn the
records.
business as much as you can, because down the line it's gonna bite you in the ass. If they throw a bunch of money in your face and this and that, make sure you got your T's and your I's dotted.
I mean, you know that from firsthand. I mean, that
We had to learn. We
with
caught it
Lox
quick.
and Bad Boy and that whole. I mean, you experienced that firsthand in the trenches. You
We're
maneuvered
different
that.
individuals, the Lox. You know what I mean? We went to college. People don't know that. We all went to Westchester Community College at the same time before we got the actual Bad Boy deal. So we came from good homes. We had good parents. We was fortunate to have good parents that stayed on us. You know, you're gonna do that street, but you're gonna make something and learn something before you just enter this world of music.
Speaking of the Bad Boy thing, how did y'all force y'all way out of that deal? I Puff locks up everybody. How did y'all do that?
The culture. Now we talking about the culture, because when we had this situation, we knew that we couldn't win financially, in litigation, in court. The little bit of pennies we had at that time would have been gone after 2 court dates. So we sat down like, yo, it could go all wrong, or the only power we got is the street. You know what I mean? We do have the street behind us, so we gonna take this route and we gonna risk it all. But you know what I mean? We gonna do it. We gonna do it together, and we push the button, and through the grace of God, the streets, and you know what I mean? Shout out to Diddy also, because he could have played much harder ball than he played, and we could have just.
Did y'all go in there with a baseball bat?
Take us back to that moment. You don't gotta give too much. We know we can't give too much, but like when you say
Real quick. Playing for the Denver Broncos, right? Because I can kind of relate to it a little bit.
oh God.
Here we go.
Because, like, listen. This is how, look, Josh McDaniels come in, and he like, yo, I need to see more of you. I don't know if you can play in my system or if you can play at all. That's what he literally told me after 3 years of 100 catches in a row. I'm top 5 in the league now. So, boom, I step up in the office, and I look at him, I said, look, bro, I said, I'm more established at the wide receiver position than you are as a head coach. And I came with a lot of energy, like, you know what I mean? A lot of energy. And so they knew where I was straight from the beginning. So I just want to go back to that moment when you say you press that button, because a lot of athletes, we go real corporate. And I feel like people look at me and they like, damn, well, B, why he was on this team, that team, you know, the perception. But for me, it was personal. You know what I'm saying? And I played the game and I did the business from a personal standpoint.
Our situation was a tad bit different because we didn't have them seasons with the 100 catches. We was hot. We was young whippersnappers. And we didn't, you know what I mean? And once we would decided to go against him, it could have went, he had the power to block us from ever putting a song out ever again. We didn't have no leverage, really. Besides the street, we had mixtapes. We had people behind us that knew we or thought we would be, you know, great artists in the future. But we only had a cup of coffee as far as being in the game. So once we like, yo, we gonna go against them. If we gonna do it, let's do it. But just know, it could be. We could be
It could go left real quick.
Yeah, we could be working that. Yeah, it could go all the way
He ain't
back.
telling us, though. I'm trying to get in the office or where y'all was at the corner store.
No, we probably was in the studio. We probably was in the stew because that's where we was at.
What was
then
the
we got
plan?
our
What was the
manager.
tactics?
Rough Riders is our manager at the time, which is they come from the street, but they trying to be corporate at the time. They still building up the whole stable. So they like, y'all go in the room and see what y'all want to do. It's 3-man group. Y'all got to decide. Like, y'all got to, and then we'll back y'all. But we ain't going to be at the helm and say, we can't feel for y'all.
Right.
Y'all go in there as 3 brothers and work it out. And we went in there like, we don't have his money. We don't have his power. We don't have his connections. We have nothing but the street.
What is that conversation like as a group though? Because it's hard when you get to a certain point.
I think
and you want it.
We were so young.
Yeah.
We just didn't care. We didn't know what I mean. We
Like you
didn't
could get it back.
realize what we were jeopardizing. Yeah.
So at the time now, would you do it
If
differently?
we had to do it now, probably would do it different because we could have tried to reach out and talk to him and try to do diligent business and close doors and all of that.
And guess what? Y'all wouldn't have got what
Wouldn't have
y'all
worked.
wanted.
That's a
It
fact.
wouldn't have worked. Then you
Wouldn't have
just
worked
said
at
the
all.
only leverage you had. Y'all made the right decision.
Listen,
Man, I'm sure everyone's familiar with the Let the Lox Go campaign, you know, the Jada, Sheik and Styles, one of the dopest hip hop groups ever. The shiny suits wasn't their thing, you know what I mean? They said, hey, they put out one album under Bad Boy. The one, what was the name of that album? I think it was just self-titled The Lox. It had the If You Think I'm Jiggy. Oh, no, I think it was Money, Power, and Respect, right? Because they had the Money, Power, and Respect follow-up joint with DMX and Lil' Kim. We was just speaking of Lil' Kim, R.I.P. DMX, you know, who was a Rough Rider, right? And you heard him, DNY. I think Rough Riders originally was just management, but they got into being a label and all that. I think they had a deal with Interscope. I think an imprint deal, I don't know, but it was like fit so well for the Lox to get off Bad Boy and go to Double R, like, you know what I mean? The Styles P, Jada, Sheik, Eve, Dragon, DMX, the core members of Rough Riders, they just fit so well. And you see at the end of the day, like you heard him, Diddy could have got on some bull-ish. There's those clips out there of them arguing and all that. You know what I mean? Where Diddy was saying, hey, I try to be open and respectful with y'all. I let the Lox go. As other people, we've heard about the Diddy situations contractually over and over again. You know what I mean? People trying to get off the label and publishing and all that. But I think they still have some publishing held up. I could have swore I heard a few years back, but in this interview, this was on the I Am Athlete podcast. Hit the comments and let me know if you rock with that podcast. They were talking about $2 million and royalties off Jadakiss's Kiss the Game Goodbye album. That's tough right there. It came off top of Jada's solo joint, man. That's a banger of an album as well. All Jada's projects are just the truth, man. But you heard him. He gave Diddy a shout out as Diddy sitting in jail facing these heinous allegations and federal indictment. Not like Hov, y'all. Did you guys see that? That is seeming fake as fuck to me. Jay-Z handled that right, I think. Let me know what you think about it. But Diddy uncharacteristically made it easy for them to get off Bad Boy, and you know, it just wasn't really a fit for them. But the project they dropped under Bad Boy was dope though, you know. And you heard them too, they were brand new in the game. They didn't have any kind of pull or connections in the industry really, other than Rough Riders, you know, because are they from Yonkers as well? Or no, DMX is from Yonkers. DNY aren't, I don't believe. Nah, they ain't. And Swizzy's their nephew, I believe. But you know, they had mixtapes in the streets back them, but that always can't help you out business wise, especially in that era, you know, dropping mixtapes. And at the end of the day, it worked out righteously for him. And you know, surprising to hear that Diddy rocked like that and let them go. But hit the comments and let me know your thoughts about all these topics and the Lox. I want to hear more Lox music as a group. You know, one of the dopest groups ever. Comment, let me know where you rate them at. And, you know, fifth, G checking that foulness, that box selling flow, swag, just foul, nasty. And Snoop, that was some funny-ish. Subscribe, let's talk in the comments, hit the buttons. I'm out here, out here, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. It's Coffee signing out. Peace and God bless.